All right. Coming back with this part two, real talk, because I'm talking about music. As you can see the title up there, I will play with the keyboard, then I will play with her body. I will play with the keyboard, then I will play with her body. See, this ain't for the religious folks. Once again, y'all know I have to say that off top. And no, JT not finna be doing a lot of cussing, but JT gonna keep it real. Because I talked about in the last video about music and how it don't matter what you're going through, the situation you in, you can cut on your favorite song and it'll take your mind off of what you're going through. Or it'll put you in a whole nother world in so many ways. And now I want to tie this in with being a musician and playing and singing. And fellas, if you play and sing, then you're going to feel me in this video. Some might feel me, some might not. And Queen B, your email hit home for me. And I'm going to answer everything you ask me in this video right here. And I want to say this off top. I always talk about myself because I can talk about myself. And I have no problem sharing with others because I have lived and learned. This is why I can't get on camera and act like I ain't never done nothing wrong, people. When I was shacking up, Queen B, to answer your question, you said, JT, have you ever played and sung your woman to sleep? Sister, I can't even count on my hands. And let me say this. It damn sure felt good, but it was wrong. It damn sure felt right, but it was wrong. Because if I just would have been married. And how my ex-girl, I won't reveal her name because I know she's looking at these videos. She still support me. Big shout out to you. She would tell me a lot of times, baby, just play till I fall asleep. Or baby, sing to me. She would love that. And I love to play. I love to sing. But sometimes it get the best of me. A lot of times I don't feel like doing it. But I was glad I was obedient at the time because the reward was right then. And she would say, when you get off of that, come get on me because you turning me on. And I would say, what? She say, you turning me on. And I would say, well, let the church say amen. Because, see, like I say, I'm not a religious fool. Excuse me, I don't mean to call nobody a fool. I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual. And I have to keep it 100% when I'm talking. The reward come right then. And see, I'm not the type of man that argue. I'm the type of man that I focus on the solution, not the problem. And see, me and her didn't have too many arguments. That's why it seemed like if we had a disagreement, we would take it to the music. And she would say, sing this to me or sing that to me. And then we'll make love because we was in love with each other, which is missing nowadays. And I'm talking about right here in this house, many nights. Because another thing about me, I would get up 2, 3 in the morning because I lay down music all night because I work on my own schedule. And it could be 2 or 3 in the morning, I get out to bed and I'll be in here writing a song or playing some chords, producing, putting something together. And she would get out there bed and come right back in there and say, that sounds so good to me. Let me hear what you got. And don't let it be a woman that can sing, fellas. That's like icing on the cake. And we would start right back fornicating. And I say, what time them legs open again? Because see, I'm a comedian, y'all, in so many ways. I have a crazy sense of humor. And that's what I like to do. I keep people laughing because I keep myself laughing. And I would say, what time you say them legs open again? And I'd be like, damn, this keyboard. When I was in my life of sin, I loved it. Why? Because sin feels good. If sin didn't feel so good, we wouldn't do it as much. We wouldn't do it at all probably. Because there are some things done to this flesh that you don't want to get rid of. And that was the hardest thing for me, was to stop doing what I was doing. And I'm so proud of myself. And I know the Lord is pleased with me. Yes, Sister Queen B, I have had many nights. I can't get on camera and lie. right here. And some people don't want to admit it, but they'll say, I sure miss her, or I miss him. Yeah, you do. Because it's hard to find somebody that like what you like, that love what you love. And most women I run into, they don't understand me. They don't understand music. They don't understand being a minister of music. And it's hard to find that. Because some women will be like, I'm with you at first. But as soon as you start playing out and being gone, here, there, all of that go out the door. Hey, this is what I was doing before you met me. So I want to tie that in with music also. Yes, when you play and when you sing, it's a beautiful thing. Because, like I say, this helps stop. This keyboard, I'm looking at the keyboard, it has stopped a lot of arguments. That's why I say I don't argue no way. If we disagree, hey, we'll get to the bottom of it, get to the root of the problem, focus on the solution. And most women, I'm not going to say all of them because I know a lot of women that can't stand music. They don't care nothing about you can sing and all that. But most women are attracted to a lot of musicians, all preachers. You got people going to church just to get at the preacher, just to get at the minister of music. And let me tie this in with church because my right hand to God. One church I was at, I had 4 women at one time trying to get with me. And what's cold, they all was close with each other. I'm talking about close. And they didn't give a damn. They was trying to see who was going to get JT. And I outsmarted all 4 of them. You know who got me? None of them. None of them got me. Because I know if I would have slept with just one of them, I would have messed the whole entire choir up. I would have messed the whole church up. And see, that's why I make better choices. And I don't allow myself to get in situations like that no more. I stop a conversation before it conversate. If I feel something, I have to check self. But when I was shacking up Sister Queen Bee, I was doing it to the highest. I was falling in love with what I was doing. And if your woman is happy, fellas, well, you know the end of that. She's going to make sure you happy. But we got a lot of unhappy people. I would play my butt off. And I would say, well, baby, what's your other favorite song? And that's that part I'm talking about. What do you have out other than sex? Can you sit up some nights and just hold each other, watch a movie? Or every night got to be sex, sex, sex? What do you have behind sex? See, we had this music, I'm just being real, this music would lead into sex, but we had a lot in common that we already liked. And I would love, see, I'm just being real, I love to turn my woman on that I ain't got right now. That's why I say, fellas, listen at your boy closely. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but there is nothing wrong with being sensitive toward your woman's needs. Because I'm going to tell you again, when your woman ain't happy, you can forget about being pleased and being happy. Because you're going to be miserable. Because if she ain't happy, you ain't happy. Just be real with that. Or some of y'all may say, well, I don't agree with that. That's fine. Because I would do things, you know what me and my girl argument would be sometime, our little disagreement, who going to cook for who? And I know she looking at this video. I'm pointing at you. You know that was our biggest argument. Because that was how we kept our relationship going. Was how we going to keep pleasing each other. And I ain't talking about you got to have all the money in the world. It's simple things like, I filled your car up last night while you sleep. Oh, I already cooked for you. When you get out of work, I already got your plate ready. I already got your bath water ran. I already washed the dishes. I already done cleaned up. So, baby, when you get out of work, you ain't got nothing to do but chill. Take you a nap or whatever you going to do. But see, we don't want to do stuff like that because, JT, that sound like punk stuff. Let me tell you something. When you ain't got nobody, you ain't got no choice, do you? And see, JT have learned how to be with a woman and how to be without a woman. Because I'm glad I took time to know who the hell I was. So we got too many people getting in relationships and they don't know who they are. So yes, Queen Bee, once again, I want to tie this in with music because, yeah, I used to play and sing look like every night or every other night. And like I say, when I get off the keyboard, I get dead in between them legs. Didn't think twice about it. I didn't care nothing about reading no Bible and all that stuff. Because, see, I wasn't there. That devil had me out there in left field. And one time I was so far gone that I didn't think I was going to straighten up. The problem is I didn't even want to straighten up. That's why I say the biggest problem is yourself. See, most people won't talk about what they used to do. But yet and still, they want to judge this person. And that's being hypocrites. Oh, I don't drink, JT. I don't smoke. I don't cuss. But you've been living with that man for the last 25 years. What make you better than the other person? Nothing. We are all striving to get to that promised land. I always say it like this. Yes, God delivered me, but God didn't place me in no spiritual body. And when I used to play this keyboard, I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all. Because I used to, when she used to be over there, man, talking about come get on me and all that stuff, we'll be in the front room, lead to the next room, to the next room, to the next room. Ain't no telling where we might wind up. Might wind up outside. See, people don't like to keep it real. That's why I say I know I done some things in my life. I'm comfortable with talking about myself because I done straightened up myself. Myself didn't want to act right for a long time. And I was starting here, ain't no telling where I would wind up at because I love what I was doing. I was loving getting that sex all the time. I was loving pleasing her. She was loving pleasing me. That's why we couldn't leave each other alone. And when you think about that, how powerful sex is. That's why I say to me, nowadays, it's overrated in a lot of ways behind what a lot of people are doing. They ain't no love no more. It's just sex. 50 Cent said in one of his songs, what's that song? He said, I'm into having sex. I ain't into making love. He was into having sex. He ain't into making love. But when it ain't no love, that's why I say in the other video, look at how God looks at us. And I said, all of that stuff was all good. The playing, the singing to her, the cooking to her, cooking for her, I mean. All of that stuff seemed like it was just so right. But I wasn't married. I'm going to say this like my girl, Sexy Green. Big shout out to you. She was a good woman. She just wasn't my wife. She wasn't my wife. So I can go on and on in this video, but I'm not going to make it too much longer. I just want to tie this in when we play and when we sing and how it is a beautiful thing. All music ain't bad music. I done sung at a lot of weddings, played at a lot of weddings. And you know when you sing at one wedding, somebody always get your number. Oh, brother, can you come sing this and sing that? I remember one wedding I was singing that. Dude's wife was staring at me like I was the husband. And I said, ma'am, is something wrong with your damn eyes? Or why you looking at me? I don't think they even stayed married a year. Because something just wasn't right with that marriage. And I'm not saying that to say I'm all this and all of that. Some people don't care. Some people getting married for all the wrong reasons. Somebody's shacking up with somebody right now and don't even know why. They just we together. That's why I say I done had my share of shacking up. This keyboard have gotten me out of so much. But then it have gotten me in so much trouble because I wasn't married. I got to the point where I was just loving to sing and play. And like I say, they get to you, they get on your nerve after a while though. Sometimes you just don't want to do it. But how it turns on the woman. And I found out what I said I wouldn't do, I find myself doing it and loving it. That's how sin gets you. So with that being said, you got to straighten up a whole lot of things that you used to do. But fellas, if you're married, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with singing to your woman, playing for your woman, making love to your woman. Because if you are married and you got a woman of God, that's more precious than rubies, like the scripture teaches us. And it shows how a man praises his wife like that. That's why I always talk about Ruth and Boaz. You don't find that nowadays. You don't find women like Ruth and you don't find men like Boaz. So with that being said, God bless you. Peace. Have a blessed night.